Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video is going to be Boxy Charm for the month of June. We're in June. We're halfway through the year. Can't believe we're already halfway through the year. So for those of you that don't know, Boxy Charm is a monthly beauty, makeup, skincare subscription box, and it costs $25 a month. So let's open it up and see what we got. This is this month's card, which is really pretty. I'm gonna set that off to the side because, like always, which I absolutely love, which I wish Ipsy would get on board with, they have the pricing and a little bit of information about them on a card in the box. This is different. So I think this is obviously some kind of palette. But this says give them Lala Beauty. And this is the Grown Woman palette. Is this an eyeshadow palette? So it's got a nice marbled effect on the packaging. And let's see. Ooh, that is pretty. Those are nice big pans. Look at the size compared to my finger. So they're nice and big. It's a really warm toned palette, very neutral, but you got a couple pops of color in there. This is really pretty. I kind of want to swatch some stuff. So let me try this Cabo Kisses. It's a little powdery and it's not as pigmented on that first pass, but the second pass looks like it's buildable. So let's try some of these shimmers here. We'll do a Say Yes right here. And that's very pretty. And let's do maybe one more. Let's do the Ring. So those feel nice and creamy, the shimmers anyways. The matte's a little powdery. Let me try a different matte. Let me try Boss Lady. Ooh, that one actually picks up lighter than what is actually in the pan. In the pan it looks like it's a deep orange, but when you pick it up, it's very sheer. Huh. I don't know if I'm digging the formula on these mattes. The shimmers look good. The mattes look a little bit questionable on this. So we'll see how those actually apply with a brush. Next, let's take out this big guy. He's kind of crushed. This is GlamGlow Supercleanse Clearing Cream to Foam Cleanser. And this is a triple charcoal complex. I have tried a couple things from GlamGlow and they've been pretty decent. So that is a huge tube that you get. Got a safety seal, so I'm gonna keep that sealed for a little bit. I do have a couple cleansers I want to try before I bust this thing open, but if GlamGlow is pretty consistent, I have a feeling that this is going to be a really good product to add to my skincare. Next, we've got from Touch and Soul. This is a Pretty Filter Glowdient makeup palette. I don't know what that means. So I love the packaging on this. This is so pretty. It's just like really pastel and it looks really watercolor-ish or like alcohol pigments. That's what the front looks or reminds me of. Oh, this is pretty. Let me take this off here. So this is a gradient. It almost looks like a highlighter. So let me see what this actually says about it. A multi-face palette with gorgeous gradient shades that uses your own natural beauty to glisten, bronze, and add the perfect flirty flush. And this retails for $34. So it looks like you can use these as like bronzers. That almost looks like you could use it as like a eyeshadow. So let me kind of like, ooh, that's really soft. Yeah, you could definitely use that as an eyeshadow. So let me see like what this lighter shade looks like. If that is, oh my goodness, look at that. That is so gorgeous. I know you could use these as like body highlighters or highlighters on the face, but I would almost want to use that as a eyeshadow. Those are gorgeous. Okay, so I'm excited to play around with that. That's really pretty. And the formula is nice and like it's very fine. All right, next we have from Nars. This is a Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Dragon Girl. I think this is what I chose. There wasn't too much that I was super thrilled about. And so this is what it looks like. And that is a crayon. So let's go ahead and give it a little swatch. So it's nice and creamy. I like that it's not like super matte. I'll have to see if it actually dries down and if it'll stay in place. So that retails for $27. And then we have 2 face masks in here. We've got a Nourish Flower Nectar and a Glow Juicy Berries face mask. Experience the world's first ever range of biodegradable masks and packaging, allowing one-time use items to be more sustainable and eco-friendly. Nourish is a natural probiotic and adaptogenic sheet mask made with multi-peptides, ceramides, and flower extracts such as cherry blossom, hibiscus, and orange blossom to nourish and repair the skin. Glow is a natural probiotic and adaptogenic sheet mask made with vitamin C, niacinamide, a superberry complex that includes raspberry, blackberry, goji berry, and mulberry to brighten and improve uneven skin tones. And these retail for $18. I'm assuming that is for both because it doesn't actually specify them being sold separately. It actually shows them together on this sheet. So together they are $18, so $6 a piece. Not $6 a piece, $9 a piece. I can do math. Okay, so there's everything we got in our box. Super excited for some of the stuff to try this out. We'll be able to play around with the lip crayon, the Glowdient palette, and the eyeshadow palette. So let me go ahead and take off all my makeup, zoom you in, and let's get to playing. Not prepared at all. Okay, so we're gonna start with eyes just like normal. So again, here's what this palette looks like. It's very warm toned neutral. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with, let's try Step Mom here, and we're gonna put this all over the lid and just everywhere so that we have something to kind of blend against. I've seen a couple people do this where it just helps their shadows kind of blend together if you've got a powdery base down. So I'm gonna give that technique a try today and see if it works. All right, next I'm gonna go in with The Wife. I'm gonna put that above my crease just to kind of give a little bit of definition. And that color is pretty close to my skin tone, so it's not actually doing a whole lot. So I'm just gonna lay that color down real quick. And we're gonna try and deepen this up. So there's not really a good mid-tone color for me unless these two are pretty sheer, which this one actually came off a little sheer when I swatched it. So I'm gonna try this Bridal Party down here. And that leans a little bit more like red, pink, maroon, whereas that other color is more orange toned. Okay, so I'm digging in pretty heavy with this. This is not a pigmented formula. It is very sheer. It's building a little bit, but it's not really doing what I want. I'm just gonna keep layering it up and seeing how pigmented I can get it. For those of you that have been with me for a little bit, you know that I like pigmented shadows. I can go in with a pretty light hand if something is very pigmented. I don't like spending the time building up colors because usually I'm just trying to get out the door as quickly as possible, and I don't have time to spend 20 minutes on my makeup. I usually take about 10-15 minutes tops to do my makeup. So this is very beautiful, but it's definitely taking a little bit more time than I would like to build this up. Let me go ahead and see what this Cabo Kisses is. That's that bright red color that's in the center. I want to see if I can really amp something up. So that's a little better. I'm getting a ton of fallout, but I am using a very fluffy brush, so that's kind of to be expected. So, and that is why I always do my eyes first. Yeah, so even though that is a deeper color, it's still not bright pigmented. I mean, like, look at that. That looks like it should be a bright red, and it's kind of just coming off as like a rosy pink color on my eyes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do I Do, which is this color right here. It's a shimmer. It's a little bit more of a cool tone gold. And we're gonna put that all over the lid. Okay, let me try a different brush. Sometimes if you can't get a eyeshadow to work, it's a matter of just trying a different brush. Maybe it doesn't like picking up with a stiffer brush. Maybe you need a little bit more of a fluffy brush. Maybe you just need to... Okay, we're gonna try a third one. This is a little bit fluffier, so it's gotta pick up something. We're gonna try the finger. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit better. I'm still gonna use this little brush to at least like define the inner corner. I feel like my fingers are just a little bit too wide to actually get like right into that inner corner very cleanly. So I'm gonna at least do that, and then I'm just gonna use my finger to apply the rest. Okay, so I'm gonna try and deepen up the outer corner. I'm gonna use Say Yes, which is like the cranberry shimmer shade, and I'm just gonna go right in with the finger because that seems to be doing the best. These powders are very smooth, but man, that is just not doing any like color payoff whatsoever. Yeah, it's just, this is not my favorite formula. I guess if you are the type of person that likes shadows that are not pigmented right off the bat and take a little bit of time to build and blend, this would be a good palette for you. It is blending very nicely together. It's not leaving any streaks. They're blending evenly. They're not blending each other away. So in that regards, it's really nice. I'm going on 8 minutes, I think, of filming of just doing my eyeshadows, which is just not something I want to do. All right, so we've got this gradient palette from Touch and Soul, and I want to put one of these as I'm gonna go in with this lightest color. I'm gonna use that as an inner corner highlight. That was absolutely gorgeous when I swatched it. Oh, look at that. It just like, that's just like the tiniest bit. I went in light-handed with that one. Look how beautiful you can build that up. That is so pretty. It's just like a nice little touch. So let me go ahead and do the rest of my makeup off camera, and we'll play around with this a little bit more. I'm gonna see how this does as a highlighter. I have a feeling this is gonna be way too sparkly for me, but we'll give it a try, and we'll try this lip product as well, so sit tight. So I went ahead and already did a normal bronzer. I swatched the bronzer shade in here, and this is just a little bit too shiny for me. So I put the normal bronzer on to see how this layers on top of it, this could be a complete disaster, but I just didn't want to use this solely as a bronzer just because of the amount of shininess that was in there. So let's go ahead and just try and tap very lightly. And we're just gonna touch this to our cheeks really lightly. Turn my light up just a little bit more. Okay, that's actually not too bad as a topper. I still am not sure that I would actually use that solo by itself, but with a light hand, it does add just a little bit of glowiness. I'm gonna take my little fan brush here and I'm gonna go in, I think, in between these two right here. And just kind of kiss the cheeks. That's not too bad with the fan brush. That's really pretty. I like that. Let me go ahead and do my mascara. I meant to do it before I started filming again, and I just, yeah, that's where I'm at. So mascara really quick. Okay, now our face is done. So let's go ahead and play with this lip crayon. Again, this is in the shade, where'd my box go? Dragon Girl. It smells kind of like cherries. Okay, so that is it on. It's very comfortable. We'll have to let it sit just a little bit and see how it dries down, but overall it has a very velvety feel to it. It doesn't feel like it's overly drying at the moment. It is definitely not going to be transfer proof, I can tell you that without even doing the kiss test, but it is a very beautiful color. Went on very easily. So that's where we're at. It doesn't seem to be emphasizing the lines of my lips, which is great. So this does say it's a velvet matte, so it's not a true matte. It definitely has a little bit of a suede type formula to it. But yeah, no, I love the color. I think this is gonna be a really fun color to wear this summer. This is kind of the final look. I'm not taking my hair down because it's just a train wreck. It's humid here, so my hair is just literally a limp noodle. Just looks awful. So final thoughts on everything that I tried today. This palette, I think I said enough about it. It's not very pigmented. If you like palettes that it's not pigmented right off the bat and you have to build it up and you can blend it really well, this is gonna be the palette for you. Me, I prefer pigment right out the gate. Like, just slap it on my face. This just took a little bit too long for me to achieve this look. The look is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love the color story for it. It's just not my favorite formula. The gradient, I need to go outside and see how this looks. But from what I'm seeing in the monitor, it is adding just a really nice glow. I am not seeing any glitter. It looks very fine. It seems to be just a very beautiful glow. I love it as a inner corner highlight, and I think that these would be absolutely gorgeous as eyeshadow colors. If you wanted to do a really simple look, you could take like a nude transition shade and just pop one of these babies all over the lid and call it a day, and I think it would be a absolutely beautiful look and super quick. So I am looking forward to playing around with this summer. I think this is going to be a good staple for me. And the lip crayon, it's had a little bit of time to kind of dry itself down. Kiss test, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely not transfer proof, but it is very comfortable to wear right now. I guess I'll have to do a wear test to see if it does like a over extended period of time, if it's going to dry out my lips. But it is very comfortable. I like the color. I like how it looks. I think next time, to just make it a little bit cleaner looking, I would use a lip liner with it. And that is pretty much it for me today. Overall, I'm glad I got more makeup products this time. I feel like past couple times I've gotten just a lot of skincare or an overabundance of highlighters, which I just realized I got another highlighter palette. But I like this one. This is really pretty. I like the other ones too, but this I think can be multi-purpose with being an eyeshadow palette as well. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, as always, hit that thumbs up button, and if you wouldn't mind, consider subscribing if you are not already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.